If you enjoy the content, I would appreciate you hitting the subscribe button and checking out my socials. Hey, I'm Smirky, and CS2 has now been released, but due to the new mechanics of how nades work, along with the different look of Inferno, today we're going to be looking at the first few games played on the pro level and trying to understand what is now meta on the CT side, so let's begin. But want to get individual training and CS classes for 30 days for 50 cents on your first month?
Affirmative.
Well, thanks to today's sponsor, Astro Academy, you can.
Yes, my friends, yes!
Astro Academy is the CS school where you can join frequent classes hosted by various pro players and coaches. In these classes, you can submit demos in the Discord to be reviewed and critiqued by the coaches, or join them in theory sessions on a map. And I will also be hosting some of these sessions myself. On top of this, they host weekly scrims where you can jump into a 5v5 with coaches on both teams, helping you during and after the game.
Our enemies tremble.
This entire course is $29 per month, but again, you can try the course for pretty much free for 30 days by using code Smirky at checkout, which equates to 12 classes. Now go on and rank up. Banana control has changed pretty drastically for both sides. A prevalent trait I saw on a few teams was that they consistently threw double molotovs, creating a blanket of fire on banana. These are so deadly that it gives little to no space on banana for the T side to operate. In round 11, we can see Preezy is going to throw the initial molly on banana, landing deep in front of their smoke, making it difficult for the T's to come through the smoke. A few seconds later, they will molly close banana, creating zero space on banana. When they want to go for the take, they will replenish the deep molly. So as they pee down into banana with a flash from tops, their close molly is fading, and the deep molly is still giving the T side no room to sit there. Preezy on their CT sides does a fantastic job using these mollies, using it to limit the space the T side can operate, and also timing it really well for when they want to take it. But what makes these double mollies really strong is the deep molly. In Go, the molly would only cover broom or logs, but in Souls 2, you can get both. The easiest lineup I've seen was in round 13, where at the start of the round, Alex will come over to this corner, crouch, aim here, and left click throw. This covers both broom and logs. However, I will say, you want to make sure you have a close molly, as you can be seen without one. But do be aware, it's possible for a corner to not be affected. Not because how molotovs now behave in Souls 2, as the spread is pretty consistent, but due to how the player is lining up the molotov. But when watching these demos, a reaction some teams will use was the smoke. This smoke can deny some banana mollies, as well as deny the CT information, making it difficult for them to take. As a CT, you could let them have banana, as it might be too risky to take. However, there are some counters I saw teams use. Movistar in round 6 ran into this problem, so only had half a banana. Meanwhile, the T side had the other. To help win the fight for banana, they replenished their bottom banana smoke. Alex threw a pot flash, allowing Mopperland to run through. Anyone caught in these areas would have been blind and a free kill. However, the T side threw another defensive smoke that made it a bit awkward. Alternatively, you can just HE the smoke to try and fight and surprise any T's behind there. But speaking of nading smokes, of course with Souls 2, smokes are now prone to being naded, and already some teams are using this to great extent. For example, in round 7 for Preezy, the T's threw a close smoke, denying vision and limiting how much control these CTs can get. To get around this, Nikodos will molly logs, limiting the positions the Ts can play, and then gets himself into position, ready for TM Bro to near the smoke and run down, gaining full banana control despite the efforts from the Ts. Another example was in round 6, where Preezy nears the ramp smoke. They will get banana control pretty quickly, and again, wanting to fight and surprise the Ts, they will get in position to near the smoke. Nikodos will HE the smoke and get his crosshair ready, and TM Bro will swing out after the HE. However, since Rhino are doing something on A, TM will go for the flank. In Source 2, invisible skyboxes were removed, making it so players can no longer bounce grenades off invisible walls. This can make some nades obsolete, however, it opens the door for so many new ideas. One of which is smoking ramp from spawn. This is very strong, as it allows your B players to help control the most important area of the map, and have an extra smoke. Betera has a system in place where they get their lane player in Lollipop to smoke ramp from spawn, and their AWP in Gangino will drop an extra smoke as he moves into a position of his choice. This makes sense for your lane player to do it, as you don't want to delay your B players, your pit player needs to go apps, and your AWP may want to go for an opening, however will likely not use his smoke during the round as he scoped. Now, I just want to talk about some other nades that I think will become meta, everyone will universally use. First starting with a really powerful HE, where if you put your back towards this pillar in the wall, aim towards this roof and left click throw as soon as possible, you will catch players coming up banana. And in round 11, this does some high damage in combination with a close molly. In Go, to nade Broom, you had to bounce it off this pillar, but in Source 2, you now have to aim to the left of this window, run, and left click throw. In this round, Nikodos does some high damage onto Godzilla. A powerful flash you might want to use to peek into banana late can be this one from Tops. I'm not going to show the full strat in this round as I put it on my Twitter and my YouTube shorts, but it allows TM Bro to peek out, and Godzilla was full blind. Now that we've seen a few ideas that will become meta, I want to look at some 3-man takes that I think will become popular or just great. First starting with this blanket take. We've already seen this earlier, but the idea behind this is to cover banana in fire. First you'll have a deep smoke, denying the T vision. At this point, the CTs will throw their molotovs, one by one, but will always ensure they throw a deep molly last, to ensure the Ts can't be broom or logs when they go for the take. Movistar likes to use this take, and they use it to great extent. In round 10, you will see Mopperland throw a deep smoke from spawn, and make his way over to B. Adam is going to throw a close molly, meanwhile Alex throws a perfect molly. While the mollies are there, it's up to you if you want to nade anything or save them for later. When the close molly is soon to fade, the extra man will throw a deep molly, meanwhile the other two CTs will peek out, gaining banana control. I saw Preezy use the same take as Movistar, except they had one version where they started with HEs. These HEs will punish those who want to get into banana fast, dealing some nice early damage. TM Bro will just bounce off the wall, and Nikodos will just aim and left click throw. While the HEs are being thrown, Tops is going to throw a perfect deep molly, and TM Bro will molly close afterwards, later peeking down into banana for fights. Now moving to the 2-man takes. It's possible to do the blanket take, but you have to do it a bit differently, since you only have 2 mollies instead of 3. The way Movistars do this is by throwing a deep HE, hurting Ts wanting to contest for control, and soon after, a close molly stopping the Ts from coming up. A few seconds later, they will throw a deep molly, having that blanket on Banana, but also allows them to peek out to Banana when the close molly goes. In round 8, Movistar is going to use this take, where Alex smokes Banana, but you could do this from spawn. Meanwhile, Moppyland will molly close. After waiting a few seconds, likely waiting for a push, and to get the timing on the mollies right, they molly deep and peek out. If there is a close smoke, as mentioned before, you can nade it and go through it. In round 10, they are going to use the same take, and when they throw their mollies, Knife, who is rushing in, gets flashed in and dies. But if we look what these mollies did to the T side, if the Ts don't want to give up Banana, it forces Knife to use a smoke and pushes his teammate out of Banana until he uses his own smoke. And lastly, if you want a fast Banana take to get into the T's face, you can use this. Betera uses a take where they smoke Banana, molly deep, and have 2 fallen flashes. With these flashbangs, they have a player running straight down Banana, clearing it. Marsfi will be the one pushing down Banana. He drops an extra flash, mollies deep, and pushes right down. Knife will be supporting. He comes over to Ruins, aiming to the right of this part of the wall, and left click throws. You need to know how to rush B on the T side of Ancient. I broke down a strat of how to do that in the description. Apart from that, thanks for watching, cheers goes to you for the sponsor, and see ya in a bit.